Hello Barmy Badger Army, welcome to today's show. I want to talk to you a little bit about Flashpoint Paradox and the Flashpoint film coming up really soon. Now there's been a lot of rumours with Micheal Keaton calling himself the best Batman ever, and of course there's been a new rumour saying that Batman will be once again with Micheal Keaton at the role. Now it's going to be interesting to see what happens. That will be after Flashpoint, of course. So there's a lot of rumours where Ben Affleck and of course Christian Bale and of course Micheal Keaton will be in Flashpoint Paradox, or as it's going to be called, Flashpoint. Now there's going to be a lot of rumours with this because obviously they want to unite all the different universes. Now no one knows exactly what's going to happen because obviously the film industry and things like that, they change things, don't they? And they alter the storyline. So the basis of the Flashpoint idea is there, and the basis of the comic book is there, and the basis of the TV and animated film is there as well. So I think they'll take a mixture of all of that and they'll add in the cinematic universe and change things. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with all of those characters. Now, obviously with Micheal Keaton's universe, that will add a gothic style with, of course, hopefully Tim Burton lending a hand as a producer. That will end perhaps up being slightly upbeat, campy, over the top. It's insane because don't forget, of course, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, and Batman and Robin, remember, are all in the same universe. So technically, even though that had different actors in, technically the one with Micheal Keaton, the one with Val Kilmer, and so on, George Clooney, and of course the other guys, is the same universe. So technically, that Batman has had 4 solid adventures, whereas, like, you know, with Batfleck, he's only had maybe 2 films and some odd appearances. So there's going to be a bit of a thing, isn't there? Who do they want to be the main Batman? There's rumours after Flashpoint that Micheal Keaton will take over the helm. Ben Affleck's character will be in the universe somewhere, but then obviously the universes will split, different things will happen, and it looks like Micheal Keaton will once again be the main Batman. Now this obviously adds something to it. Now, the DC universe, they want it to be a bit more serious, don't they? After the way Justice League went, which was a bit too over the top, a bit too kid-friendly, they want it to go back to a bit more serious, I think. So who better to have than Micheal Keaton? It would be great. After Batman and Batman Returns, you will have a slightly gothic edge to it. It'll be darker, a bit more sinister, it'll be violent, ultra scary. You know, the villains can get away with being horrifying, just in Christian Bale's Batman with Scarecrow and things like that. So there's going to be a lot of things there that are going to add to it. If they want to make it more serious after the Snyder Cut, this is the way to go. Now, obviously what you have to remember is if they want to turn it up and make it fun, they can, because like I said before, Batman and Robin, Batman Forever, and so on are all in that universe as well. So they can change it. They can start scary, they can start spooky and gothic, and then lean it more towards the kid-friendly stuff if they want. So that's going to be really interesting. Some of the stories that they could do with Micheal Keaton's Batman are going to be great. Now, of course, what you have to remember is that secretly Jack Nicholson has always wanted to reprise the Joker role. And, of course, there's always been rumours of Sarah Michelle Gellar being Harley Quinn. These things could still happen. You know, these things could still happen. And I think it'd be great. The way she would portray it would be fantastic. I don't know if you guys watch Buffy and some of her other stuff, but I think Sarah Michelle Gellar would be a fun Harley Quinn. I really do think that'd be a great idea. And then you've got a plethora of storylines picked from the animated universe there that'd be really fun to play out. Also, what you've got to remember is people are calling for a film with Micheal Keaton as the Batman of the future. Obviously, Batman, as an older guy, is a tough badass. As we know, it's going to be interesting to see what will happen if you have the original Batman, Micheal Keaton, then mentoring a new Batman, a new student. It'd be fantastic. It'll be interesting. It'll be futuristic. We'll have fresh storylines. It'll be really interesting to see if they go that route, because we'll get lots of new things happen. We might even get some space age stuff. We'll get new technology. It might be over the top. It might be really interesting. Or they could just take it really grounded, which would be great. The only thing I want to see, even if they make it grounded, I want to see the Batmech that was in Batman versus Predator. And that is also in Batman of the Future, or Batman Beyond, as it was called also. So I think that'd be great. If we can see the Batmech, if we can see like the transforming car, the Batmobile, if we can see a few really fun key things, I think it'd be great. The only thing obviously we won't probably see now is Predator and Alien are now with Marvel. So I don't know if we'll get Batman versus Superman versus Alien versus Predator, or any of those sorts of things in the mix now. Because obviously Dark Horse and DC used to work quite well together doing those crossovers with Alien versus Predator versus Batman versus Superman and all those sorts of things. And of course you've got the likes of Judge Dredd from 2000 and AD. So, you know, that would have been really good. But obviously he is a British comic book, and obviously they're American, so it's very interesting to see what will happen with it. And there's lots of different things that can happen in an alternate universe, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. I'm also looking forward to seeing the return of the Joker. That's how they could bring Jack Nicholson back, because obviously there is a rumour, and there is of course an interesting bit of information that if you watch Batman Beyond, you realise that the Joker had a plan all along, and he killed himself on purpose in order to then come back later and years later within inactive DNA. Don't kill me if I'm wrong, because it's been a while since I've seen it, but if I remember correctly, the Joker put his personality and his DNA into Robin, I believe, and then that's how the Joker came back. And there's always been a Joker gang about anyway. So then in theory, the last laugh was to come back into the future fresh and ready. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. So I'm looking forward to it. There's lots of possibilities with Micheal Keaton coming into the main DC universe again. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I'm really interested to see who they cast as Harley Quinn in that universe. Will there be something different? Will they change it? Will it no longer be Margaret Robbie? Will they change it? Will it be Sarah Michelle Gellar? Will it be somebody else? Flashpoint, all bets are off. That's what you have to remember. So you might think I'm mad, but all bets are off. If a character wants to be changed, they will do it. Because that's the beauty of Flashpoint. They're able to reset, change storylines. And that's what they do in the comic books. Let's be honest, with New 52 and with Flashpoint and several other reboot style universe cataclysmic events, that's what happens. They're able to take the storylines that didn't really work, change them up and sort them out and develop them differently. And that's exactly what they've done in Marvel over the other side, and that's what they do in DC. Every time the storyline gets too muddled, things like that, they do a reboot. They do a Flashpoint paradox, they do a New 52, and they change things. And that's exactly what they can do with the movies, and that's how they're going to rescue Justice League, that's how they're going to rescue Suicide Squad, that's how they're going to rescue the emancipation of Harley Quinn, that's how they're going to rescue, you know, Batman versus Superman. They're just going to say, bits of it happened, not all of it now, because we've slightly changed it. So that is what I think is going to happen. And then they're going to bring in the best Batman, Micheal Keaton, to bamf it up. The fans want it. He seems keen. So it's going to be really interesting. Let me know your thoughts below. If you watched to the end of the video, I hope you enjoyed it. let me know if you think Sarah Michelle Gellar would be a good replacement to Margaret Robbie. Is Margaret Robbie bitten off more than she can chew? I didn't really like the emancipation of Harley Quinn. I thought it was a bit of a misstep. There was something a bit weird with it. It didn't really work, and the whole idea was it was a team-up movie, and they only really teamed up the last 20 minutes. It didn't really work for me, Birds of Prey, but because they took the name and they took some of the characters and they didn't really do what they were meant to do, it didn't really work. So they can soft reboot all of this with Flashpoint. So will they change the characters, personalities? Will they change the actors? All will be seen. Thanks very much for watching. Look after yourselves. Keep safe. Keep well, guys. Don't forget to catch any streams or vlogs you may have missed. And let me know your thoughts on this vlog in the comments below. See you next time. Bye.